All right, in this video, I'm going to explain why I think your typical 9 to 5 day job that you're in, where you commute, clock in and clock out, is probably keeping you from achieving the life you've always wanted and desired and that God has laid out for you. This does not mean go quit your day job now, okay? Just want to make that clear. Your day job, that 9 to 5, is actually going to be a very, very important tool for you achieving your new life of freedom, whether it's financially, dating, being location independent. It's gonna play a pivotal role. So I'm gonna break down the 3 things that the day job keeps you from achieving and holds you back, or how it holds you back. And then at the very end, describe how it can be an amazing stepping stone. You can use it as a tool to achieving the life you want, and why you need to stick with it just a little while longer before achieving that life of freedom. So number 1, the day job keeps you location dependent. You have to be where the job is, and that makes sense for most people. Now, if you're able to work remote, some of these aspects might not apply to you, and you've got some advantages there. But for a lot of you, you probably have to be at your job physically at an office or location to earn your paycheck. And that makes sense. A job is a job. And in this economy, I'm never gonna knock someone for taking a steady paycheck. It totally makes sense, but it makes you location dependent. And so many guys overlook this, okay? If you're tied to one location, that greatly determines your life outcomes. That determines the pool you're dating from, the jobs that are available to you, the weather, the climate, the social activities. And so if you're not able to break out of that, go to a place where there's a better job market, a better dating market, more connections, better opportunities, then you're gonna be stuck with the average life result in that town or city, which for a lot of people and a lot of men right now is not that good. Specifically, by being location dependent, you're stuck in the West, the United States, which can be a good place for some people, but limits your options in terms of the ability to live abroad, live at a lower cost of living, stack savings, stack assets and investments, so you can later utilize those to craft an even better life back in America. This is the strategy that I promote. Also greatly limits your dating options, which seems to be a thing many men are struggling with. Many Christian men are struggling with. Finding traditional women who want families is a major issue. And so those are 2 things that are being heavily inhibited by the daily grind and costs of being in one location. Rent is probably high. Groceries are probably high. Activities are probably high. Eating out is probably high. Anything that has to do with your quality of life is probably pretty expensive. Unless you're raking in a lot of money in a low cost area, then you're probably not watching this video at this point. The first time I changed my location from my hometown to living in just like a place such as Seoul, South Korea, and how my opportunities can multiply and get infinitely better, was mind-blowing to me. And once you try it, you'll realize, man, why didn't I try this sooner? So the day job keeps you location dependent, which will determine a lot of your life outcomes and your ability to affect those life outcomes going forward. Number 2, your day job is likely not in alignment with what you want in your life, how you want to serve God and your purpose. It's not spiritually filling you. It's not making you feel like you're doing something worthy and good. And maybe you do feel some of that at your job, but in all likelihood, you're probably not all that passionate about your typical day job. Most people aren't. And that has a cost. That can weigh on people over time. They've done surveys that like 60% of people don't believe that their job adds any value to society, any. They feel like it's just a waste of time, paper pushing, moving one file of documents to another, and not really adding anything. They think in turn that their job is essentially a part of the fake economy. And that, my friend, weighs on people. That gets you to subconsciously believe that your time is not valuable, that what you're doing is not really important, that you're not really worthy of it, and you don't add anything. And so over time, that's going to weigh you down. It's going to make you think that you don't really have anything special to add, when a lot of you, I think you do, a lot of you men out there have some really specialized knowledge, have some interesting things to say and do and provide to society, but you're not allowed to do so. Also, the way you're potentially treated at your day job, being barked at by a boss, being told that you got these authorities or these people in upper management to report to who also have useless jobs, going into meetings that are not important, just doing a bunch of busy work doesn't make you feel valued. Overall, just makes you feel like you're not doing anything important. It's not until you break out of that and you start going into a process where you can control your hours, work for yourself, choose your location, that you realize, hey, this was Not a very fulfilling way to live. This was not a great way to live. And like I said, if you have to provide for people, if you're responsible for people, okay, that's a different purpose you're fulfilling. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to is single guys who are slaving away at a job like this. And the third thing your daily job 9 to 5 is doing and how it's hurting your life, keeping you from your goals, is it literally physically and emotionally and spiritually depletes you from working on better projects and better things. Okay, so if you're going into 9 to 5 commuting, right, the 8-hour workday is kind of a lie because most people spend an hour commuting each way. You got to wake up, you got to get dressed, you got to eat. It's really like a 12-hour workday. Let's just be real. Okay, so that's kind of a psyop. That's kind of a lie. You're spending all this time doing this thing when you could be doing something else. You might have something really awesome to add to the world, or something that can really help people grow and become better, or improve a skill, or accomplish a task, but you don't have the energy or the time to even do it. Or you don't feel like your cup is being filled in a substantial way to want and go out and help other people. You're just like, I've got to do this daily grind. I don't have the mental energy left, right? We only have so many points. We only have so much stamina to accomplish all the things we want in a given day, okay? These productivity hacks, yes, that's kind of true. But for the most part, you got like 10 stamina points at the beginning of the day. If your day job's eating up 9.5 of them, the other half is you going to the gym just to, stay healthy, maintain fitness, then you don't have anything left in the tank for something else, especially if you're not motivated to do anything else, right? If you're just kind of drifting along with the current status quo of your life. This is subconsciously the reason why people are also scared to make bad decisions. Because one, when you make a bad decision, not only do you experience the negative effects of that bad decision, but you also miss the positive effects of the possible good decision. So it's not just like, oh, +2, -2. It's like you're moving 4 points in one direction or the other, and these decisions can compound. So over time, the more you're giving time to this day job, the more exponentially that's keeping you from doing something worthwhile and providing something to the world that you feel you care about, you actually want to do it. It's in alignment with your purpose in life and God's direction for your life. So it has this like double inverse effect, or this double exponential effect that you can feel deep down. It's like, I'm doing this thing, I don't like it. Also, I'm being kept from the good things I do want to do. And when I say this, I don't mean I'm being kept from playing video games and watching sports and Netflix. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? That's just loafing around and wasting time. I'm talking about building a product, a side business you're passionate about, doing outreach, okay? Spreading the gospel, okay? These important things. This is what I'm talking about here. Or, creating something that helps people or helps them achieve them a goal, making art, okay, for the kingdom of God, finding ways to build the kingdom of God up. That's what you're being kept from doing. Okay, so I promise this. How do we use the day job to move into the category we do want? Financial freedom, location independence, feeling like your work is valued. How do we get those 3 things out of it? The day job's actually very important. You stay with the day job, okay? You don't quit it at all. You stay doing it. But you get yourself motivated for 2, 3, 4 months to work on a side project or business that can start bringing in income enough for you to begin living overseas in a low cost of living area, okay? Maybe it's stacking savings for a while and creating and designing the side business, going to somewhere like Asia, Eastern Europe, Latin America, that's cheaper, and then allowing you to live that life, okay? That is the way forward. So you need the day job to stack the savings, okay? While you work, so you can pay your bills, right? So you can get through life, okay? So you're not destitute. And you still feel like you're not falling behind everybody else, but you get dedicated 1 to 2 hours a day. That's it. Maybe a couple hours on the weekend. It adds up over time. Believe me, over 3 or 4 months, you start building your side business, you start earning side income, you move to a place you're more aligned to, and that's how you can leverage the day job to now help you accomplish your goals in life. Now, there's a lot more to this approach than I described. That's why I have a 30 days to thriving abroad course for Christian men. You can find it in the description down below. It's free. It's got 6 videos describing this process of living a life of alignment, dating an environment that you like, okay, living financially free without the burdens of the West, and how to accomplish that and start a exploratory trip in 30 days. So check out that course for free in the description down below. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd like to see your guys' perspective, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and I will see you guys in the next video. So good night.